2 homes in one, plus a beautiful pool. Great Shelby County neighborhood. Colleen and David Black, Keller Williams Realty, 356-5412. Call on Colleen.
The Weather Xtreme video for Sunday, April the 19th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and let's take a look at our Skycam. Peek out the window this morning, and there's the Skycam network from Demopolis, and we've got a cloud deck over the area. And then from the highest point in Alabama, Mount Cheaha, and you can see those clouds. Rain didn't quite make it as far as we thought, or quite as intensely as I thought yesterday. Here's a look at the surface map, and actually the low center appears to be in central Arkansas. And you can see all the clouds streaming out of the northwestern Gulf of Mexico across the southeastern United States. And that complex of thunderstorms down there is actually interrupting the flow just a little bit. In the upper atmosphere, we're looking at our trough that's beginning to come out. It was a bowling ball yesterday, and now it is coming out as an open wave, and that is going to be shifting and ejecting off to the northeast. Temperatures across the eastern half of the country are relatively mild this morning. You see 40s all the way up into southern New England and the Great Lakes area, 60s across much of the southeastern U.S., a little bit closer to home here in central Alabama. We range from about the mid-50s to the lower 60s. Radar-wise, we do have some patchy rain moving through the area, and you can see a great deal of rain over the whole area, but those clusters of thunderstorms down along the Gulf Coast seem to have had their way a little bit as they have continued to interrupt our flow. QPF-wise, I think a lot more reasonable here this morning now, looking at, as we said yesterday, on the order of about 1/2 to 1 inch as a possibility, and we're looking at the possibility of thunderstorms developing, and the Storm Prediction Center has outlooked a large area of the southeastern U.S. and just about all of Alabama for a slight risk of severe weather today. I think what's going to happen is, after the morning, we're going to watch for breaks in the clouds. We certainly have low-level moisture. The low-level jet is shifting off into the southern Appalachians. I think the greatest threat's going to be with the development during the afternoon heating. So probably from about, say, 11 through about 6 p.m. or so is going to be our main threat. Now, the WRF model is a little more aggressive with the Cape and showing values on the order of 1 to 2,000, some approaching the 2,500 mark there. The GFS not quite as aggressive with values less than 1,000, and I think probably the GFS may be a little bit more realistic on this, but we're going to be watching for the development of the squall line this afternoon, a line of thunderstorms, and see how things progress. Now, here's the 06Z GFS model run, and this is the 500 millibar pattern for today at 1 o'clock, and here comes our trough out of southern Missouri, and that bringing the surface low up into western Kentucky and southern Illinois and Indiana. That swings on by tomorrow, but notice that there's a number of little waves in the flow coming down the western side of that trough. So the surface low moves on up into Ohio, but in the meantime, the trough digs in, and that's going to mean that we're going to turn a little bit colder on Tuesday, and you see the 540 line coming all the way down to about Muscle Shoals. So we're looking for Tuesday night and Wednesday morning, our coldest morning, as we see the trough beginning to shift on Wednesday, and that means that after the cold, chilly start on Wednesday morning, we're going to see a pretty rapid warm-up. And surface high pressure settles in on Wednesday, and that's going to keep us dry for the rest of the week into the weekend. And it looks like Thursday, surface high centered over about Apalachicola, Panama City area, and then the center shifting off into the Atlantic, but maintaining its hold on the southeastern U.S. and keeping us dry. The flow by Saturday in the upper atmosphere is pretty zonal across the southeastern U.S., with much of the main weather pattern shifted to the north. And that, of course, on Saturday keeps us still dry. And then even on Sunday, the 26th, the high centered over between Columbus and Memphis. and that keeps us dry as well. So it's looking like after the rain today, we're going to be dry for much of the rest of the week. Now, a real quick peek out into Voodoo country, and the main westerlies are further north for much of the extended period. This is the 1st of May, and that keeps us in a pattern where we're going to stay warm, and the possibility that if we're moist, we may see some scattered showers. But other than that, not a great deal to talk about in the extended. Well, that'll do it for the Weather Xtreme video. Certainly appreciate you tuning in. James will be back with the next one tomorrow morning, bright and early, around 7. Appreciate it. Hope you stay safe in the thunderstorms this afternoon and get a little bit of rain. Godspeed.